Hi, Chapter 10 deals with physical representations. A physical representation is a lot like drawing a diagram, except you act it out. You can use objects, whatever objects you have, to act it out. You can use other people to act it out. For your explanations, you can actually tape or video your explanations, or you could just draw them out and write it up. So let's go through an example. So jackals and coyotes. 3 jackals and 3 coyotes are on a trek across the Mokelumne Plateau when they come to a river filled with carnivorous fish. There is a rowboat in sight, and the party decides to use it. Both species are known for their cleverness. However, the boat is too small to hold any more than 2 at a time. So I'm actually going to underline 2 at a time. So that they must traverse the river in successive crossings. There is one hitch, though. The jackals must not outnumber the coyotes. So we need to know that. The jackals must not outnumber the coyotes at any time, in any place. For example, if 2 jackals and only 1 coyote are together on the western side of the river, this problem is reduced to simple subtraction. The jackals will overpower, kill, and eat the coyote. It's okay to have an equal number of each, and it's okay to have more coyotes than jackals. In a given place, neither situation poses a danger to the coyotes, and the coyotes do not pose a threat to the jackals. How many trips will they have to make to cross the river? Okay, so what I'm going to do is on the right-hand side, I'm actually going to do the physical representation. Here's my boat. 3 jackals, 3 coyotes. Alright, and here's my river. Okay, so they got to cross that river. Well, actually, it's not a river, it's a plateau, but we're going to call it a river today. And then on the left-hand side, I'm actually going to do my write-up. Okay? So we're doing a physical representation, so make sure that you always state that. So what am I going to do first? Well, I'm actually going to just decide to put a jackal and a coyote together, and I know that I can have at most 2 in a boat, so I am going to cross there, and I'm going to just, let's say I let the coyote off. Okay, so I'm going to represent that in my write-up. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to have a jackal and a coyote, and I'm going to drop the coyote off. And then I'm going to go back. Somebody has to steer the boat, so when I go back, the jackal 1 goes back. So I'm going to write that jackal 1 goes back. So who am I going to put in the boat? Well, I got to put a jackal in there because I can't have more jackals than coyotes. Okay, so jackal 1 and jackal 3 are going to go. So I'm going to write that out. Jackal 1, jackal 3. Right, and jackal 3, I'm just going to leave jackal 3 here. So jackal 3 is going to stay, and jackal 1 is going to go back. So we're going to have jackal 1 go back. And then who are we going to pick up? We might as well pick up a coyote, because we can't pick up a jackal, because if we pick up a jackal, we're going to have too many jackals, so we're going to drop the coyote off. Okay, so that means on the way back, we had jackal 1 and coyote 2, and we dropped off coyote 2. That means that jackal 1 is going to go back. So let's have jackal 1 go back, and let's pick up, I guess it doesn't matter, we could pick up jackal 2, or we could pick up coyote 3. Let's just pick up jackal 2, and we're going to leave jackal 2 here. So on the way back, we had jackal 1, jackal 2, and we left jackal 2 here. and Jackal 1 came back. Alright, so let's have Jackal 1 go back, pick up Coyote 3, and then they go back. So we picked up Coyote 3, and we dropped off Jackal 1 and Coyote 3. And so let's drop them off. And we can leave the boat set. And there's my physical representation. So it's a lot like a diagram, except by having that physical representation, it really does help. And so in the write-up, I would just simply say that I use the physical representation, and then I have this picture here that helps me out. And I would say it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took 9 trips. And I'm done. And so that's a physical representation. I have another example, but it's basically exactly the same as this one. So hopefully you kind of get the idea of it. And hope that helps. Thank you.